What is going on? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy 8-Bit, and we are back at y'all with a brand new video. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it, shall we? All right. Oh, let me come down on that mic. Okay, we don't got no audio. Slide on over there. Give me 1 second while I get the audio straightened out. There we go. All right. I do believe I already did my runs for Carbo for today, but we are going to go ahead and use our boost points here anyway in the hopes of getting a CTP. Or actually, you know what? No, we're not going to use our boost points here. We're going to use our boost points in dispatch. And we're starting from level 1 so we can get the two little playing cards, the shield archive farming stuff out of the way. We do still have our world boss runs to do. We do still have our alliance battle. We already knocked off Conquest, I do believe. So no worries as far as that's concerned. Now, I know y'all see the title and the thumbnail and all of that jazz. So let's talk about it. Why, pray tell, does your boy think that the next epic quest could very well possibly be not only for mutants, but the Brotherhood specifically? You know, I've referenced things like Hydra Supreme or, you know, something like that, but a lot of those members we already have in the game. Squadron Supreme would be nice, but I think they're a little bit more obscure than the Brotherhood. And then the other thing too is we don't have a lot of the Brotherhood in the game. A lot of the members are missing from newer to later members. Toad, and there's been a bunch of like Brotherhood affiliates, but never really actually Brotherhood. Per se, but we'll talk more about this, you know, as the stream goes along. Other things we'll be getting into are the ongoing sales and events that are going on in the game right now, or a few of them. They got the brand new crossword puzzle going on. Um, it looks like the Comic Con celebration. Themed up from Spider-Man Brand New Day. So, you know, you know how we like to do over here. We talk about, the current stuff, but we're always looking, to the next step beyond that, because and I'll tell you the reason why I kind of do it that way. A lot of times we'll be so hyped for an update, and a lot of times they'll fall flat or be less than stellar or what have you from one degree or another, right? Sometimes it'll be a complete banger, but then the nostalgia wears off pretty quick because it's only bangers in terms of uniforms with no game modes or something along those lines, right? But that looking to the next step or taking a closer look at what was actually done, I think is really, really important. I think it's important for the health of the game, for the health of the community outlook, um, and just trying to sort of change the vibe of how people kind of look at games and gaming in general. You know what I mean? I mean, there's something to be said about the throwback perspective of the grind and all of this sort of stuff. So I try to kind of keep it grounded in that. Because as we know, character is one update away from being good, right? From being dusted off the shelf. And to be honest, with the oversaturation of characters in the game, not that it's a bad thing, but there are going to be limitations to that. There is only one number one headband. And then everybody else is fighting to be the number two so they can challenge for the number one headband. So, in that light and in that vein, I think it's important for us to be realistic. And I think speaking more in terms of alternatives, it is also very healthy. You know what I mean? Jean Grey may be like right back at the top of the meta, but Storm is a very, very, very healthy alternative for a lot of the content that they match up for that doesn't separate them by their typing. You know what I mean? Universal blast, that sort of thing. So yeah, I think it is highly important. But let's go ahead and chop it up about the wrong button, about the events. That are ongoing. Like I said, we got this brand new crossword puzzle. Find the hidden message inside the colored bricks. Combine the letters in numerical order to reveal the special message. All answers for the crossword puzzle are in English. Okay, so pretty damn good. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 letter word going down. Huh. So this is some stuff we're gonna have to give some thought to. And let's see. Okay, so for number 1, across, who is Peter Parker's former girlfriend who uncovered Spider-Man's secret identity and found crucial evidence to expose Mysterio's plot. That's is that Mary Jane? Or wait a minute. No, if it's all of these, then Gwen Stacy, GwenStacy. Yeah. Yeah. So Gwen Stacy for 2 going across, or for 1 going across right here. 2 across. Who is the well, what is the term for the highest grade custom gear in Marvel Future Fight? What? Brilliant? That's so wait a minute. Let me make sure I understand these numbers correctly. So if this is 1 across, then this is 2 across, but what are the orange? Like, I think that's kind of confusing. They should have so let's do 1 down. Who is the identity of the superhero who is actively leading the charge as the second Spider-Man following the footsteps of Peter Parker? Miles Morales. So that's gonna be this one. But yeah, pretty fun stuff. We'll go through and do it. Oh, and some pretty decent rewards in here as well. You got some life seeds, some carbo, soul of the foul team, 200 EOD, 200 TCP. They could have came up on this tier 4 material, honestly. Like, they could have at least did like half of the reward for the tier 3 materials and tier 2 materials. Like 125, somewhere around there would have been pretty decent. But yeah. Then you also have the Prime token shop. So make sure, this is the one that keeps refreshing. So make sure you guys check in. The tokens do roll over. So stack up your tokens. You can go get yourself any myriad of a number of excellent rewards, honestly. We'll finally get our hands on some of those mythic emblems we've been searching for. So now we're gonna need some mythic emblem data. Now be warned, it is a bit of a grind for that. It's 850 tokens for the mythic emblem, 850 for the artifact 6-star selector, and 850 for the brilly. I do think they need to come down on these prices a little bit. For the more premium items, 750 for the premium comic card that includes the art book card set. That's actually dope. If you've been searching for that 1 or 2 art book cards or whatever, if you're into that sort of thing. Brilliant CTP exchange joint. So if you have a trash brilly or a couple of trash brillies, you can trade those in and get some good ones, along with the event that is coming with the Black Friday and the anniversary. So you can get your little extras going. That's actually dope. And then notice the pull limits over here. The gold is unlimited. You can pull the tier 4 selector 250 times. Right? So let's do some quick math. That's 1,250 or 12,500 tokens that you'll need to pull that 250 times, just if anyone's wondering. That's 12.5 on the tokens. $12.5K. So that is a lot of tokens. Just to put it into perspective, you can almost get 2 of the major rewards, right? Or you can maybe get away with the really exchange or the comic book card and one of the major joints, right? You can get you a 5-star selector and a regular CTP and still have like over 1,000 or almost 1,000 left over, right? No, you'd have over like almost 11K tokens left and still be able to come and get one of these really, really juicy rewards and still have tokens left over to pull this thing like 4, 5, 6 times. Maybe more. What is it? 850 plus 260. Let's say you get one of the good rewards, and then you get the 5-star instead of the 6 sort of situation. And then oh no, 12,005. Yeah, you can do that over. Like, yeah, 12K. Yeah, so that's years worth of farming just to pull all of those, or a shitload of money spent. Shit, yeah, 12.5. You could pull everything in there once and still have shit left over. So what is that? 850 times 3 plus 750 plus 700 plus 260 plus 190. Yeah. That's 7,780 tokens. So you can get everything in there minus the tier 4 materials and still have tokens left over to pull it. Oh, and I also didn't see that. You can actually pull the 5-star artifact 5 times. So that's kind of spicy. I mean, the 6 is great, but you can also get a bunch of 5-star artifacts spread out amongst a bunch of characters. You know what I mean? So you got to kind of weigh that. Depends on whose artifact and all of this sort of stuff. If you're talking about one of those support artifacts where you can kind of get away with something a little lesser than, now that may make a difference if you're talking about pushing higher level content. So depending on your need, your mileage may vary. So I do want you guys to keep that in mind. Now, I know last time we were here, we also talked about if they did something for the Marauders, that would be kind of dope. And here we see next week's episode. That we kind of went over last week, where they showed this brief clip of these guys dropping in with your boy Colossus and Exodus and a few others. So, having them, they just refuse to give me that damn thing. Still got a few more boost points to spend. Yeah, having them in game would actually be pretty dope. They could drop them as an epic quest as well. How am I doing? I'm painting miniatures. If you're listening to me, okay. Painting Zombie Silver Surfer, Marvel Zombies, Zombie Side board game. Okay. That's what's up. But yeah, they got a few different ways they can go with it, bro. They really, really do. I mean, this right here, this could very well be a thing. You know what I mean? And with your boy Colossus there as well, doing his thing. So yeah, that would be a nice update. He's appeared in several epic quests before. I think he was in the X-Men epic quest. I think they brought him back for either the Deadpool epic quest, or it was because he was in the second Deadpool movie, or it was the Madeline Pryor epic quest. It was one of them. But for some reason, they keep loving to pick on your boy Colossus. So hopefully, if this wounds up being like an update or an epic quest, I think they should do both. Not both epic quests, but one for the Brotherhood as far as the epic quest, and then maybe come down on the music. And then maybe they decide to come back and do Acolytes update. I think that would be pretty freaking dope. But yeah, like honestly, that's something that we have not had is like a bad guys epic quest. When you think about it, them doing the Brotherhood would make sense because a lot of them we don't have in the game. A lot of them we do not have in the game. I mean, and just looking at it, the opening crawl, right? And just looking at the opening crawl, who do you see here on your right hand side? You see Juggernaut, you see Pyro. It's kind of hard to see Lady Deathstrike and behind Mystique's hand right there, but that's who that is. And then just behind her, you have Emma as well, right? That's Lady Deathstrike right there. And then, Mystique, of course, Sabretooth. Both of them are already in the game. And then you got my guy Avalanche here as well, right? So just something for you guys to think about, you know what I mean? This is something that they've been, whoa, what happened to my feed? Okay, that's wild. How's that even a thing? Okay, hold on. I got a problem going on with my video feed, and I don't know why. Okay, we'll see if this straightens it out. That is wild. Tell me they can't share the same feed at the same time. Weird thing is, it's still capturing the audio. Okay. Let's get this going. Yeah, I don't know what that was all about. But that's okay. We got it straightened out. Let's see if doing this. What is that about? 'Cause if that's the case, if it's reading Windows Media Player, that means it's running in the background somewhere. It shouldn't be because it's not open. Yeah, but it is. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, this is freaking wild. I do not understand why this one doesn't work. Yep, I don't know what's going on. It's gonna take it off, I guess. And we'll keep the show pushing. I'm really not feeling the like you can tell there's a noticeable dip in the colorway capture. So I'm really not feeling that. But yeah, I ain't gonna trip on it. I ain't gonna trip on it. Let's keep it pushing with the show, shall we? Sorry about that. Technical difficulties and all. Still on the chewing gum and and the bubble gum and the band-aids, baby. But yeah. Just a little bit more on things. Yeah, this is a better shot of that opening crawl. You got, like I said, Lady Deathstrike right there, along with Pyro and Avalanche. The only one that's missing is your boy Toad, right? And that's the one that I closed. Yeah, and if you guys remember, I believe it was yesterday that I showed y'all this right down there at the bottom. That's live from Comic Con, X-Men 97, Season 3, already in the can. And who do you see down there chilling? Your boy Toad, and then back there on the left is your boy Blob right there, right? So you got Blob chilling back here, like a villain in the mix. Now, I'm not sure who she is, but she seems to have electric-based powers. And then you got my boy Toad over here chilling. So yeah, definitely a thing. And this is definitely real. So just something I thought I would bring up to you guys. Now, what does this mean for Marvel Future Fight? And how am I making this jump already to say, well, Brotherhood, Epic Quests, and all of this stuff? When there's been no data mines, no leaks, no nothing, it makes the most sense. And we're probably due for another Epic Quest the way they've been dropping them things like hotcakes lately. In about another 4 or 5 months at the minimum. After Doomsday, there's nothing, right? And then after Spider-Man No Way Home and X-Men 97 wrap, we're gonna have this little bit of a hiatus. Now we may get X-Men 97 early in 2027, right? Because it's already in the can and it's due to be released then. But this one didn't drop until June, so I'm not looking for it until after, or what was it, late June, July, something like that. So I'm not looking for the next season of X-Men 97 until somewhere around summer of 2027. So the question becomes, with these two big hiatuses looming, what do you do in the meantime? You're gonna have to fill the game with some sort of content. Personally, I also think they're waiting for that Wolverine game to drop so they can do some collab content with that game. And then you have a possible collab coming because keep in mind that this version of Colossus that I showed you guys, he's due to show up in X-Men Rivals. And this is also, kind of confirmed from, X-Men's official page, right? So we know he's coming there, and we know how they like to do collabs. So it only makes sense. You know what I mean? It only makes sense. And it makes the most sense. Right? It makes the most sense. It's been making the most sense for a while now. And with the amount of mutants that they're dropping, a lot of which we have not seen, I can see them bolstering the ranks of the mutants. We only have 48 in the game. And when you think about it, they dropped 6 Olympians at once. You mean to tell me you won't do this for mutants? Now the question is, if there is an epic quest, on the horizon, who do you make the 6,000 crystal wall character? And it's gonna have to be someone that's worth it. And who do you make the the granddaddy, right? Who do you make the Doctor Doom, the Jean Grey? It- Epic quests have usually been reserved for Madeline Pryor, right? All of these pretty damn strong characters. Strife, right? So that's kind of my only draw a blank moment. You know what I mean? Because none of them are above an alpha level, right? Avalanche is probably an alpha level mutant. I don't think he's Omega level. I don't think he's gonna warrant being tier 2 native or nothing like that. Now maybe the new chick, maybe they make her the tier 2 native that you're chasing. Maybe they throw James Madrox in there and make him the 6600 Crystal Wall character, which would suck, but he does have a very niche popularity. They could do the same thing with Lady Deathstrike. They could do the same thing with possibly Pyro. So they got a couple of things they can do. And they have a few characters that would make sense to be the king of the hill, if you will. Right? Additionally, it doesn't necessarily have to be a member of the Brotherhood that is the 6,000 or that is the big bad, right? With the Fantastic Four Epic Quest, Doc Doom was the main dude. You know what I mean? So in that light, might I suggest this guy, good old Bastion, who still has not popped up in the game. Onslaught, I would rather them do a uniform for Professor X and give him a shit ton of value. I think that would only be right if they did it that way. So, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with that. They could definitely do something for those guys, and then make Bastion the main cat that you unlock at the end. I think fans would, or I think players would love it. I think they would eat that shit up. And if Bastion is good, it would definitely cause the Epic Quest to sell like hotcakes. Just saying. But yeah, just in case you're wondering, like, well, what could they really do? Well, they do have options. Say they have some really nice options at that. And options I think a lot of people really hadn't considered. We're gonna go on and let Jean do her thing. But yeah, a lot of options that I don't think a lot of people have considered, you know what I mean? In terms of which way updates can go moving forward. Because, like, think about it. No Way Home, right? They dropped a sneak peek with 3 characters for what's probably going to be one of, if not the biggest MCU movie of the year, at least. I still think X-Men 97 is probably going to outclass all of the movies based on the trajectory that it's going in. So, you know, if they're smart and if they have any sort of choice in the matter, okay, you canceled the 5th skill again, and I think the 3rd too. Yep, but it doesn't matter. We're just in it for the tier 4 mats. We just in it for the mats. Okay, let's squad up. All right. Pop off one time. Oh, yeah. Keep him locked down. Get him out of there. Okay, life seed dropping. Life seed dropping. Nice, nice. So painting the zombies miniatures. Are you like, is it like a pattern that you have to follow, or are you freeballing, doing your own thing? Like, what's up? You said it was Zombie Silver Surfer. Oh, whoa, whoa. Yep, that's it. And that's a wrap. And that is a wrap. Okay, last one. This is Maddie. Maddie Ice. And freaking LeBron going to the. That shit is so trash, bro. Like, he needs to go ahead and hang it up. Like, for real, for real. Mr. Super Team. I swear the league is so watered down, bro. It's no competition anymore. And these cats don't know how to play basketball. I was talking to Jackass about that shit. Oh, positionless basketball. The hell is that? No, what you're doing is you look. Take the Nuggets, right? Yeah, I won the championship. Okay, that's cool. Came back the next year. What happened? You got your hat brought to you. Why? Not saying they didn't have a good season, because they did. But you got Joker bringing the ball down. Why is you big bringing the ball down? He's not Lamar Odom. And he packs a lot more weight than Lamar Odom. You know, you can tell when his movement and all of this stuff starts to get a little more sluggish than normal. He doesn't need that responsibility of bringing the ball up court. You get him the ball on the wing and let him go to work. Or you run the pick and roll handoff and set your offense up that way. That's it, that's all. It'd be just as effective and they wouldn't be able to stop it if you're trying to run it through him that way. Personally, I'd put him down on the block and let him go to work and get to banging and get some folks in foul trouble. But, you know, they're not going to do that. They want to shoot the ball from 40 feet and all of this old shit. Get a 4-point play going. And all of this old stuff. So, yeah, I don't understand it. Yeah, I really don't understand it. But we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, that's I think that's a lot better. Give it a little bit of gain, but not too much. Old Dimension Rift, huh? Let's get the old Dimension Rift. Yeah, because I do have to come up because I should be peeking in the yellow there. Okay. I think that's a lot better. There. There we go. Yeah, I think that is a little better for y'all. Okay. Uh, so still no zombie survival reset. We're sitting on 240 tokens. And then this resets in a few days, so we gotta get it in. But before any of that, let's go ahead and open a rift and get to running. So we can come down through there one time, baby. NFL is your jam. Wife turns you into a Cubs fan, talking shit during the game. Hey, my wife, so I'm an Eagles fan. My wife is a Cowboys fan, and we live in Texas. So, gonna figure that out. And yes, I give a hell about it all the time. And she give it right back. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I definitely enjoy talking shit during the game. Bro, when we won that Super Bowl a few years back, Saquon broke 2000. Say, you talk about somebody that was like, man, y'all should let him play the last game so he can go on and break Eric Dixon's record. All of this old shit. Yeah. But he still set the record for like most total yards combined from the, I think from the Russian side in the playoffs and the postseason combined. So he's got that record. I don't think he has the total yards record in the regular and the postseason combined. I think that's still Marshall Faulk. I think. That motherfucker had 1,000 plus Super Bowl and showed out in the playoffs. So now it might have been Marshall Faulk's record that he broke. So if that's the case, matter of fact, let's go look that shit up. Oh, LaDainian Tomlinson, 2215, 06. So Saquon is number 14 on that list. No. Yeah, I'm missing a few names here. Okay, Eric Dickerson, 2244. It was 2024 season. Okay, so it was 2283 is what he had. So definitely the most by an Eagle. But I don't know. This stat, let me go check ESPN. Cause some of these numbers be cooked sometimes as well. Yeah, 2,857 yards. Yeah, in 2024. That's what I thought. That's why I say the numbers be kind of cooked sometimes. See something. Pull this back up. Because maybe they're just not adding both. So 2005 in the regular season. $499 yards in the playoffs, rushing. 219 receiver. Nope. Wait a minute. Receiving. 75 yards receiving in the postseason. Let's pull out the calculator right quick. 2005 plus 499 plus 75 plus 278. Yeah, 2857. That's nasty. That's almost 3,000 yards from scrimmage, bro. That's absolutely nuts. Along with 15 regular season touchdowns and 5 in the postseason. I take that all day long and twice on Sunday. For real, for real. Okay. Yeah, I was just reading it wrong. It breaks it down different on that little old metric. We're bad Bears and Cubs fans in our house. Basement decked out with Bears and Cubs stuff and Marvel decor. That's what's up. I ain't mad at it. As long as you ain't a Cowboys fan, we cool. I ain't got no problem with the Bears. I respect Walter Payton. And hell, y'all's defensive coordinator came over and was our head coach for my favorite Eagle quarterback of all time, Randall Cunningham. So yeah, we good, bro. We got Buddy Ryan from y'all. I ain't tripping. And that 46 defense, that man, look, we good. Okay, we got history. I yeah. What you mean? See, everybody don't know about it. I know about it. Yeah, I really want to see just what the hell. And you got my boy Cyclops popping up for Avengers Doomsday as well. So, that's the bigger question. Also, is how big is the Doomsday update gonna be? And if it's small, then other than Doom, who else are we getting? You know what I mean? Because if we want to judge by, we can judge two ways. We can judge by process of elimination, right? Based on who's recently got updates that may not necessarily need something right now. Or well, yeah, shit. I think that's kind of the best way to go. I think that is kind of the best way to go. In that case, you really can't make an argument for the Fantastic Four to get another update. I mean, they're all tier four now. And there are other characters that I'm sure are gonna pop up that you're probably gonna wanna get a uniform for. Gambit would be nice. I have Blade pops up. More than likely, though, what we're going to get is the Avengers. So I would start by ruling out who kind of has gotten something recently. We got the Marvel Rivals cap, so you can maybe rule him out. Winter Soldier has two really good uniforms. If maybe an outside chance you can rule out Bucky. I'm not sure about Captain America Falcon. They could possibly do something for him. It's been a while. Let me get this pulled up. Where's that other one that I saw? Had like everybody on there, but kind of separate in their groups or whatever. Well, I'll find it here in a second. But yeah, you could probably do something for Shang-Chi, maybe. But he's gotten something recently as well. Spider-Man is definitely gonna be too new. Maybe they do something for Iron Man. Maybe they do something for Gambit. Maybe they do something for Namor. Maybe they give M'Baku Tier 4, something like that. Maybe they do something for Loki. But then that would be another uniform for Loki, right? They just gave us Kid Loki. So I think that would be kind of overkill, honestly. He's still really good in the meta right now where he is. So, giving him another uniform at this point would just be like, why? They could do something for Thor. You could make the argument for the Fantastic Four. Sue is decent. I don't think anybody would complain if they got an update. Maybe they do something for Ant-Man. It looks like they're bringing Nightcrawler into the mix there as well. So, outside chance he gets something there. outside chance they do something for Beast as well. I mean, it's a lot of different ways they can go with it. Now I hope we don't get, geriatric Professor X, right? And Magneto. I mean, Magneto just got something, so I doubt it. But yeah, yeah, please do not give us that. Yeah, yeah, just keep that one. You know what I mean? Sentry is still at the top of the meta, so giving him something would kind of be, way overkill, and it would reset the meta and all of this stuff. Like, you know, unless it's a strictly PVE uniform, because as we know, Sentry is not very good in PvP or in PvE in his current uniform. He's a beast in PvP, not so much in PvE. So if they did something like that, I think that would work. I think that would be pretty live. So yeah. But I am going to take a quick break, refresh my coffee, and I will be right back, and we'll get caught up on this chat after these messages. And we are back. And yeah, I'm kind of wondering if I should. Oh, all of these cats are debuffed. Oh, okay. We're going to have to mix it up. Damn, Gene and everybody's debuffed. So Doc Doom is getting the dubs for us. Okay, so let's switch to flip. Oh, actually, let's go check and see if Conquest is up and running. That's 2 more hours away. Wow, that's still 100 away. Yeah, I feel like we're gonna have to flip. But we ain't in last place no more. So that we got off to a late start. So I'm hoping that it'll be enough. I don't think the team that's giving us the issues, these guys, I don't think they have enough really as far as, their players to really contend with a lot of what I'm doing and a lot of what my guys are doing. Right? I mean, 44 HP does have decent cooldown. The movement speed is nah. Does have the 20% HP proc and then the all attack proc. So he can cause a few problems, but not very many as far as I'm concerned. Uh, and then this guy actually has the two decks rocking. Actually, yeah, that's the second deck, and this looks to be the PvE version. He even has the all new, all different Avengers card. So yeah, and then this looks to be the PvP setup here that he's rocking. The cooldown duration buff really isn't doing much for him, but the 15% pierce, I think um, for a lot of my guys, could be causing some issues. My guy Infinite is out here rocking though. So yeah, not really too concerned with Infinite over here. Um, and not too concerned with my guy Jackass over here as well. He does still have the Doctor Strange card, so he does have 8.5% pierce. 38% HP. Does need to bring the cooldown up a little bit, so he's got a work in progress, but very very crafty and smart player. So yeah, not really too concerned on how he'll use what he's got to help secure us the win. As far as characters are concerned, I don't really have a lot left to throw at these guys. Um, most of Sector 5 is all your boy holding it down, as well as Sector 4. And now Sector 1, I believe, was Infinite or Jack. No, that was me too. Okay, so yeah, I came straight down through there and then took, uh, made a way for Jackass to come and clear out 8, and then also came in and helped him clear out Sector 12, and then I came over here and cleared out this one over here. So if my guy Infinite could jump in when it opens back up, that would be amazing. And clear out the remaining sectors, take the total domination, and hopefully that'll be enough to catch us all the way up in points, because they're not really clearing very many, but they had such a huge lead on us. So also, we are still searching for active members. So if you're looking to join the alliance, the Crazy 88s are always at your disposal. Only thing we ask is that you log in, play, all of this sort of stuff. I do have a few cats that I need to get rid of that are kind of just hanging out and not participating. So we do, yeah, all of these 64-day, 57-day, yeah, all of these cats are finna go. We'll stop at Dark Matter, but yeah, that way we can keep this thing lean, and it is what it is. Because if you do not participate, you can't have a spot. We do not need to give the appearance that we are a dead alliance. So, looking for active members, looking for active players only. Not saying you gotta log in every day and play, but conquest days would be nice. We start up on Saturdays late. Or early in the AM. What's going on, Carter Key? Welcome back. Welcome back. Okay. We're gonna do this. Yeah, I like that a little better. How you been, Key? Oh, you wasn't playing and you came for the Spider-Man update? Why you not playing, my G? I mean, the updates have been okay. Um, yeah, Apocalypse could have been better. Don't get me wrong. I'm still holding out hope for my Gato. Oh wow, El Crashio. At least I got off the tier 4 before I crashed, so it's gonna rock that out. No. Oh, and do the same thing. So yeah. Um yeah, like I said, APOC could have been better. Um Polaris is good, Jeff is good, um Gene has been really damn good. Silver Samurai, Jubilee. We've been getting a lot of mutant supports, which is great. They needed them. Um, the new Shadowland and the rewards for that is good. Like they've been doing a lot, bro. We do need a new giant boss raid. Ain't gonna lie. We don't need another world boss um situation. Just logging in sometimes, but don't play without any reason. Just skip. I mean, that's cool. I just hate missing out on the rewards. Have you seen the new Prime token event? Might want to take a look. Just saying, bro. Yeah, that Prime token event is nasty. So, so here we go. Prime token shop, right? Prime tokens are special tokens that can be stored in your inventory indefinitely with no storage limit. Events where you can obtain Prime tokens will be held regularly, and they can only be acquired during these specific event periods. Prime Token Shop resets every year, 12/31 at 1500. So it's a yearly event, right? But the tokens don't expire. Now, I'm wondering if the tokens are going to roll over to the following year. Remains to be seen. We'll have to wait and see. I hope they do, because it would make no sense for them not to. It'd just be a way of punishing players for not getting rid of their tokens. This sort of shit, which I think is kind of fucked up if they do it that way. But the list of stuff that you can get from this thing, um, let's get rid of that. The list of items that you can get from this thing is absolutely busted. It's absolutely nuts. And yeah, I think, I mean, look at this here. You got a selector for a mythic emblem. Yeah, now never mind the price. We'll talk about the prices in a second. A 6-star artifact selector, a 6-star brilliant CTP selector, a 6-star premium comic card selector that includes the art book cards, a brilliant CTP selection exchange ticket, right? A 5-star artifact selector, a regular CTP selector. This includes all CTPs, all the way up until the competition, conquest, liberation, all of that shit's in there. And then tier 4 materials, 500 or 50,000 gold, right? Now you got pools on this. So one time per year, right? 5 times a year on the 5-star artifact, 10 times for the regular CTP, and then 250 times for the tier 4 materials. Now if we go in the shop here in game, because this thing is going on right now, you can see that the amount of tier 4 materials is not shabby. Now we did the math earlier on how many tokens it would take to max out that 250, and unless you're just absolutely wailing out, it's probably not going to be possible. But at 250 times, that's 93,750 Soul of the Foul Team. If you can pull that thing 250 times, just to put stuff into perspective. That's 111,250 Carbo. And 50,000 Life Seed. That's absolutely nuts. If players can just get a fraction of that, do you follow? So it really doesn't matter. They got something in here for every level, right? No matter where you are in the game, no matter which character you're chasing, and I'm assuming and I'm hoping that the artifact selector updates, they got all the newer characters in here all the way up into Morph, so we're good there, right? I mean, bro, it's just the brilliant CTP selector. Like, how many people are still searching for a Brilly Conquest or a Brilly Liberation or a Brilly Insight or a Brilly Comp or a Brilly Rage, right? Or even a Greed for that matter. And then this thing. Absolutely nuts. This is what I'm going to be going after. Unless I can get one of these things for free from the regular foreman. Either one of these guys, either the Peter Parker joint or the Green Goblin joint, I think are both free for me to be able to get, as well as I think Nick Fury and Iron Man, but I have not been able to get them thus far. So if not, I'll be coming here to try and pull some of these things so I can get at some of those free rewards, such as brilliant random CTP chests and CTP selectors, P card selectors, things of this nature through the emblem farming joint. But yeah, definitely definitely make sure you guys take advantage of these rewards. And you got to make sure you're logging into the game. You got to make sure that you're doing, your challenges and all of this sort of stuff, upgrading cards, shield, dimension missions, dimension rifts, world boss, GBRs, this sort of stuff. And that's why I recommend to all players too. Like, even if you're like out on hiatus and you're just logging in but not really like playing, yeah, if you don't want to do all the deep dive farming, that's cool. If you don't want to play Alliance Battle, right? Even though it's some good stuff that you can possibly get out of there. World Boss runs, GBR, if you're talking about just a minimalist, right? World Boss, GBR, and then running all the PvP game modes, I think are a must. So, Team Battle Arena 5 times, Other World Battle, Timeline Battle 5 times, and then Zombie Survival once a week. I think those are like the bare minimum that you can get away with. If you want to throw your Alliance Battle runs in there as well, cool. And that you can do relatively quickly, especially if you're just clearing like the first stage of World Boss. Like Thanos stage 1, or the highest World Boss you can get to, level 1. Can't beat that level 1, then go to the World Boss under that, turn it down to 1 and blow through it. That sort of thing. Yeah, I don't think it's so much Maddie. Well, it is Maddie, but the supports that she has available to her for this day, I think go a long way. Yeah, I think that's a better way to say that. Okay. Okay, so that's cancelable. Yeah, he's gonna jump to the middle here in a little bit. All right. My proc is off. Hmm. go. Got me one more good rotation in there. Yeah, almost 11.5. Probably could have cleaned it up and squeezed out another 500,000 or so, maybe. Yep, definitely a Luna day. Oh yeah, make you swing that shit that way. Oh, almost didn't get that. So it's shock day. Okay, let's go get that light. Cool, you can catch the end of that. Oh, wow. Let's go ahead and pop off. Nice. That was a nice recovery. Pick that light up and keep it pushing. Get out the way. Bring it back. Let's go ahead and pop off, then pop the tier. Oh wow, he actually got that shit. That's bullshit. Thor taking forever. There we go. I don't break it down early. Yeah, I gotta remember to, if I'm gonna cancel out of the tier 3 to into the 2, I may as well just go ahead and do the 2 and kind of hold the third skill like so. I can pop the one and then go back. Just like that. Keep myself out of the mix that way. not gonna have enough time to get back. There we go. Into the tier 4 skill, so we may as well hold it. Yeah, I was trying to say there should be a light popping up. Kind of didn't have a choice there. Got caught slipping. Let's go ahead and pop off. Nice. Almost 8 million. Almost 8 million. Now, we said we were going to address this other world battle team. So let us do just that. So we can throw my guy APOC in there. Oh, we can throw my girl Magic in there. Emma might actually outclass APOC just a little bit, though. Yeah, we can still use Jeff's buffs. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, because I didn't think I had enough to take them both all the way up. And in order for me to get the time, I got to max Doom out. So Let's see, what other shits do I got? Damn, I can't even see what it do. That's wild. Okay, let's roll with what we got and see how we do. Because we was getting our hat brought to us before. Now we have a little more formidable team. I gotta pay attention and see if Doom is getting run through or not. Yo, seems to be a pretty solid squad. Seems to be a pretty solid squad. Okay. Yeah, they still handled their business. I was gonna say it looked like he was giving me a little bit of problems there for a little while, but yeah, I think we found the sauce. And shout out to the devs for banning native tier threes for a while. Like, bro, the atmosphere is just complete. And this is the sort of stuff that actually needs more coverage. You know what I mean? And it can't just be the same old, well, oh, these characters, this, that, and other, so they need to be, nah. Okay, so you got him a nice little villain squad there with some invisible woman. I can respect it. You know, maybe I tier for the Fantastic Four team and bring them up in here if I can get a better artifact for Franklin. Now that could be something, 6-star artifact for Franklin, so I can at least get the 4 seconds of debuff. Revive immunity or revive immunity. Wow, there is something. Immortality passive. That's something I hope that gets reworked with, and if he gets a uniform to just the standard, but give it to the team sort of thing. Okay, looks like we might be able to pull this off. Okay, Magic's artifact just got triggered. Cool. Yeah, looks like we found the sauce, at least for a little bit, boys. Okay, somewhat villain team. With a few heroes sprinkled in there. Cap being the staple this week. I think you're seeing a little bit of Cap on everybody's team. With a few more sprinkled in. Ooh, Strife and yeah, Strife and Carnage. You know, a bunch of native tier 2s. I think this squad here only have one native tier 2 in the bunch, and that's Doc Doom. So maybe we throw Thanos and all of them out here. See what I can do with them. Yeah, because Emma is just getting eaten for the most part. Without samurai support, it's really difficult for her. But she needs that chain hit reduction. I thought the ignore damage received would be enough, but then that could interfere with her reflect as well. Okay, so she got off and triggered Strife's artifact at least. So she took Strife down with her. But yeah, wasn't enough. Yeah, that seems to be the trifecta. Oh, no cap. Wow. That's a no cap team. So yeah, maybe we throw Thanos and Carnage maybe. But we don't necessarily have to put Carnage in the mix. Okay, Emma was able to deal with them. Okay, Emma's standing tall this go round. Like a champ. Alright, that's what I'm talking about. So I don't know. Maybe tweak some buffs. Maybe pull Emma, replace her with somebody else like Thanos or APOC or somebody. We don't have tier 4 Strife. We do have the uniform. We just don't have tier 4 Strife. I could put Rachel with a destruction or something along those lines. Maybe we can throw Spidey out there. I don't know. Like Cap and Magic being in the back and then being shielded by Doc Dome, I think that's tough to contend with. So you gotta deal with a tier 4 shallow ball. Okay. 2-2. Doc Doom's holding up. So is Magic. Oh, Doc Doom. Oh, was able to hold out. Nice. Solid win. No artifacts triggered. No revives triggered. I'm here for it. We'll get one more, and then we'll call it. Move on to another game mode while we still got a little bit of charge. Before we do have to call it a stream. Oh, I guess I should have called it before so we wouldn't have to go out on an L. Yeah, that's 14. Let's do one more. So we don't have to go out on an L. That would be nice. Alright. Come on, Doc Dome. Come on, Doc Dome. Y'all are making it difficult, bro. Yeah, shit. This ain't gonna happen. Okay. Hella. It was the hella buff. Yeah, we can't keep we can't keep going. We're gonna have to tweak that team a little bit. Let's see here. Let's see if Doc Doom can handle that. I gotta send a villain team over here to handle this Doc Doom. So we'll see if the mutants can take care of that for me. Those are mismatches. So Jean's gonna have to handle that. And I feel like Cap and Deadpool are a better matchup. So we'll let Wolverine take the opening round. Another Wolverine. Good, because Deadpool would have been at a mismatch, so might stand a chance right here. But we lost to Weapon X of Deaths. Wow. Lost to X Deaths. Oh, we're about to get swept. Yo. Okay, come on, Maddie. Come on, Maddie and Emma. Come on, it's just Doc Doom left. Hey, there we go. Come on, APOC and Jean. Hey, I was feeling good about that because Jubilee actually held up there for a little bit. All right, it's down to my guy Cap and Deadpool, and they come out striking. Hey, the gentleman sweep 2 times over. That's the double stack gentleman sweep. The double we call it the double cheeseburger. Uh, yeah, here we go with the shits. Um, that tier four. This dude got a tier four. Um, and this one too. Tier four destroyer. That's serious shit. That's hilarious. That's actually hilarious. Yeah, I think I'll pass on those guys. That Magic team is going to be kind of difficult to get past. I think the Emmas are going to cancel each other out. I think the support may give me the edge there. Definitely need somebody that can deal with Adam. Yeah, we'll try the double hero team. That way we can neutralize a lot of Jeff support, but we need to put Hella on that team. Hmm. Mm, not sure if I want him. Let's see here. Sorry. Let's just do this. Keep it simple. See how that works. Throw hella at that team. And let's throw actually let me make one more tweak. Okay. That works. As long as they're not going against a blast type. Which means I can probably overwhelm that Wolverine team with this team. But I need to be hunting villains, so let's do this. And that. And yeah, let's rock out. Took a little while to set up, but ooh, must be rocking a comp. Must be rocking a comp on that Ghost Rider, because he just did not budge. Okay. Wolverine able to even the playing field. Barely, but successful. Okay. Damn, we didn't even trigger the hella. Oh yeah, we did, but not enough. So yeah, this should be, yep. Okay, so can we pull it off in the end? We are looking very strong, so nice, hard fought victory there. Well earned, well earned. We'll go after Adam with this team. Still got Adam and Jean on the same damn team. Goodness. Gracioso. Um, We'll see if Gene and APOC can take out that last team. Um, yeah. Okay. Coming out the gates like a thoroughbred. Ooh, ooh. Second showing not so much. Okay. Okay. Are we gonna straighten it out in the hey Doc Doom barely by the chin chinian baby. By the short and curlies baby. Not able to get it in the fourth round, so it comes down to the fifth and final round. We do got Jean out there, but we got two native tier twos she has to contend with. We do have two of our own. Ooh, Jean, you gotta hold up. You gotta hold up, baby. And she does and brings home the victory. APOC does just enough, and Jubilee support. Mwah. Chef's kiss on top, baby. That is what I'm talking about right there. Okay, let's check the trap. We got ourselves a symbiote matchup down there at the bottom. I think that's going to be a good territory for Jeff and Cap. I think the Hero Hunter on Wolverine is a bad idea. Not that it's not a good idea, but yeah, I think that's a better matchup. Maybe Doc Doom and Magic are able to pull this off a little better. And then we'll bring the Gene team to the forefront this go round and see how this goes. Oh, Gene. Okay. But she does have the Hero Hunter, so that is a issue. But we do got APOC out there as well. Hopefully we don't get clapped to the res. Oh. Oh, we still got a life though. So can we get him? Can we get him? Oh, that hella passive. Just too much to overcome. Can we get the justice with it ourselves though? Okay then. So it evens out, even though we lost a really strong typing there. Looks like we got the same sort of matchup. The only difference is I'm rocking Emma, whereas they was rocking Magic, but my Emma is still alive and their Magic is not. So, okay. Is the reflect gonna make a difference in the end? I don't think so. But wow. That was close. Okay. Oh, just taking all kinds of damage. Okay, 2-2. Can we pull this off with Wolverine and Cap? Yo, off to a good showing. Off to a good showing. It's been coming down to that last round in all of these fights, but we've been standing tall. We've been standing 10 toes down. Can we get it one more time? My guy has Magneto and Odin out there. He's just throwing characters at this point. I kind of feel like this fight should be easy pickings. Um, yeah, we'll see if we can throw Cap and Wolverine at this team. We'll see if that can deal with Adam, since they don't have the revive for the Warriors of the Sky. Um, Metrodactyl at this team, and yeah, that's Jean Grey versus Jean Grey and herself. That might be kind of difficult. But I do have another native tier 2 out there, but type disadvantage. So, hey, but they strike out though, like a bull in a china shop. Can we get the sweep? Oh no, we lost the first one. Okay, okay. Ooh, come on, Deadpool. Not enough. Not enough. He was putting up a fight though. He was putting up a fight. You know what? I know what I need to do for Deadpool. I need to give him the Silver Samurai passive. And then I need to give um, Wolverine I need to give whoever has the Silver Samurai passive Jubilee or something like that. I'll get it straightened out though. We're also gonna make room to pick up my guy Morph at some point because that will offer us another mutant support. So y'all make sure y'all hit that thumbs up, make sure y'all hit that notification bell, like, comments, share, sub, all of that jazz. I guess I can show you guys where my gears are. For Adam, they haven't really changed. I'll probably do something later after I get off stream, but yeah. Or maybe we make a few attempts right here. So that's 2 gears maxed out. That's 3 gears maxed out. So just the last one here. And that is what that is. We'll pick that up and we'll go ahead and get up out of here before this thing crashes out. Y'all make sure y'all hit that thumbs up, notifications, all of that jazz. And we will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.